Hello, my name is Yusef Austin. I'm the founder of The Cocktail Architect. I believe you're here for two reasons. Either you found me online on videos on my website, The Cocktail Architect, or better yet, you bought one of our artisan syrups up here in the Hudson Valley. We are featured at places like Adams Farragut Farms, Sunflower Market in Woodstock, even Emerson Resort and Spa out in Phoenicia. They actually have it on their cocktail menu there, which is very slick and cool, just to let you know. But this QR code that brought you here to this bottle and me talking right now is for the rose petal and hibiscus syrup. There is a cocktail that we named Dutch Courage, and it goes wonderfully and beautifully and smells great with an aromatic gin. So with that said, we're going to put this down, and we have basic setup here at the bar. We have a shaker set. We got a nice jigger, 1 ounce and 2 ounces and 3/4 quarters, all that type of stuff in there in that fancy jigger. We have a bar spoon for this particular Dutch Courage cocktail, a knife, a cutting board, a nice juicy lime, a wonderful hand-pressed juicer that not only gets the juice in it, but the oils of the rind. It takes on a whole different flavor profile. And those are our tools to make this drink. To make this Dutch Courage cocktail, we are going to use an aromatic gin. I like to keep my spirits in fancy decanters. I feel really good about it. It looks cool. You don't see labels. We're going to use 2 ounces of our aromatic gin. You have about, just enough ice in your shaker to keep it cold. Then we're going to juice a half of a lime, which should be about 3/4 of an ounce. If you have a juicy lime, and look at that, 3/4 of an ounce. Using a jigger makes it precise and consistent. Now we're going to take 1 ounce of our hibiscus and rose petal syrup. Going to give it a nice shake. You really want to mix everything up in your shaker. Put your back into it, stand up. A good chef never sits down. A good mixologist never sits down when they shake a cocktail. All right, now we're going to strain our Dutch Courage over a fresh, large, rectangular, square cube of ice. The cube of ice keeps it cold and doesn't dilute it as much. We're going to put a splash of soda water. You see it has a little nice foam suddiness to it. Open it up a bit, and we're going to get a beautiful rose petal. And place it right on top of the cube. How these wild roses always have a little bit of discoloration, and it makes it look more authentic and real. So here's the Dutch Courage and how to use the hibiscus and rose petal artisan syrup that you bought at the store. Hello, discerning drinkers, and welcome to the Cocktail Architect. Today, I'm going to show you how to utilize our kaffir lime leaf and lemongrass artisan syrup. There's a cocktail I designed and created called the Thai 55 Margarita. Before I'd made up the syrup, I actually never really thought that lemongrass and kaffir lime leaf would stand up to the robust and minerality and textured feel of a tequila. But I was wrong. How about that? Hello, discerning drinkers, and welcome to the Cocktail Architect. Today, I'm going to show you how to use one of our artisan syrups, the kaffir lime leaf and lemongrass. I'm going to show you how to use the kaffir lime leaf and lemongrass syrup to make a wonderful, flavorful, and yummy margarita.
Start again.
Right.
We are going to.
Right. We are going to use. We have a basic bar set up, shaker set. a jigger that measures out even to 1/4 ounces. We have a sharp knife, a lime, a hand-pressed juicer, which not only gets the juice out, but gets the oil from the rind into it. It gives it a lot more depth and complexity. We have a rocks glass, a beautiful square cube that keeps your drink cold and doesn't dilute it. And I'm going to show you this beautiful garnish when we're done shaking up the cocktail. So with that said, let's make it. We're going to use the kaffir lime leaf and lemongrass syrup. All my syrups, I say that you use about 1 ounce of the syrup. And then you use about 3/4 of a lime, which is usually about 1/2 of a lime. Depending on your sweet tooth, I like to put a little bit more of the syrup in it, just so you really get to taste these flavors, because they're so amazing and the mouth feels, it's just wonderful. Sometimes when the citrus takes over, it kind of gets, it hides it. Then we're going to take a wonderful Blanco tequila, unaged. We're going to flip that jigger over, and we're going to use 2 ounces. I always suggest that you use 2 ounces of booze in all the cocktails that you make, or that I make. I'm going to give this a great shake. Every mixologist stands up and shakes when they make a cocktail. Always know it's cold when the shaker sticks to your hand. It's a good sign. I'm going to strain that over a large cube of ice. And then we have this wonderful dragon fruit garnish. It's easy to make at home in a dehydrator. Look at all those beautiful seeds, the beautiful purple rind around it, and the beautiful white background. I'm going to stick that on top of your cocktail, and this is a Thai 55 margarita, inspired by the kaffir lime leaf and lemongrass syrup. Cheers.